Woody's World, of course, brought to you by Shanahan Steakhouse. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Jerry Lee Lewis. You remember that song?
Of course.
Now, there's a man who lived near me outside Memphis for years, and he knew something about that subject. We continue daily to talk about and think about and live about the matter of the great footballs of fire. Tom Brady and DeflateGate. Americans understand deflation. In January of this year, the U.S. experienced deflation in the economy for the first time since 2009. And Americans were hit with another deflation that month, oddly enough, when Tom Brady and his minions were accused of taking the air out of the balls. We expect some decision by the NFL this week in the next couple of days on the punishment or lack thereof for Brady, the best quarterback of our time, or perhaps any time. He no longer is the heir to the throne. He sits upon it with his fourth Super Bowl title. But would this smudge his legacy somewhat, I would guess? And when you add DeflateGate to Spygate, you got something. Is it, though, is he the only athlete to have something to do with great balls of fire? No. Other quarterbacks have fooled with footballs, but none was caught in a deflation dilemma. Is this just about football, Les? No. Les Shapiro has talked about baseball pitchers who threw spitters or had sandpaper on their gloves or Vaseline on their caps. Gaylord Perry was one of the greatest pitchers of all time. He wrote a book called Me and the Spitter. He was discovered twice in an illustrious career of throwing doctored baseballs. He should be named Dr. Baseball, don't you think? Perry, Joe Niekro, and at least 8 other notable pitchers were suspended 10 games for illegal baseball. Well, that usually amounts to 2 starts lost. So baseball and football we get. What about the other sports? Annabelle Medina Guerreros once was spotted by TV cameras as she was trying to rough up a tennis ball on a racket to slow the ball down in a match against Serena Williams. The umpire didn't see it, but Guerreros lost anyway. There's no history of golf ball illegalities. All of them travel so far, you don't have to doctor the baseball. There's no issue there. How about basketballs? Did you know Phil Jackson has admitted that the New York Knicks of the 1970s would carry around needles and deflate the basketballs illegally to get an advantage? They thought they won a couple of championships. Forget that one, didn't you? 2 coaches in international rugby were suspended during the 2011 World Cup for sneaking 2 deflated balls into play. Cricket bowlers, it is documented, use doctored balls. They polish one side and leave the other side rough in order to get more spin on the ball. Bowlers in this country use oil and grease and drill out extra space in their bowling balls, and they don't ever get suspended. Soccer, don't get me started there. They're always jacking around with the balls. Soccer players and coaches have always cheated, and some have gotten caught and punished. Even in the English Premier League, table tennis players have manipulated their balls and their paddles. It happens in every sport except maybe hockey. But who's to know if teams have said, puck it, and cheated with the biscuit to put it in the basket? Volleyball? Probably. Dodgeball? Undoubtedly. Croquet? Who cares? And there's even the sad story, Les, of badminton, where in major competition the shuttlecocks were tampered with. Football and shuttlecocks. Footballs and shuttlecocks. Insert your own joke here. If you're caught, you must suffer the consequences. And Tom Terrific must. As Jerry Lee Lewis would sing, "Come on, Brady, you drive us crazy. Good graces, great balls of fire." I'm Woody Paige, and that's my opinion. Come on, Brady, you drive me crazy. Goodness
Sing it.
gracious.
Sing it.
Great balls of fire. And he knew about it. He lived down the street from me, and he married his 13-year-old cousin. How'd that work out for him? He went to London and got kicked out of Great Britain. Shanahan Steakhouse has been selected by the public as one of Denver's best restaurants. And it's our best restaurant because he went there again, I went there again. We go there as often as we can.
I was there Saturday.
Pay cash.
Delicious.
2015 Diner's Choice winner. Book a reservation today and go out and see our friends who are the valet parkers, our friends who work that front desk there.
Oh, and I needed them Saturday night. It was a snowstorm. Saturday night. I parked there. They clean off the car and everything. It was amazing.
Oh,
I even tipped them.
You talked about the ladies at the desk in there that cleaned out your car?
No, the valet guys.
Oh,
They're
you
great.
tipped finally?
I tipped them,
Well,
yeah.
that's why I follow you out of there all the time,
Yeah.
because I have to say, here's some money from me, and here's some for less.
And I was wondering, is $1 too much?
No, because I make up for it. I give them 10.
Oh, okay.
How's that? So it averages out to $5.50.
I gave him 10.
Oh, I don't believe that for a moment. You don't even
Ask
give
him
a
next
job.
time you see him.
Okay. Make a reservation today at the best, ShanahanSteakhouse.com.